The letters A to G are commonly used as names for individual notes or pitches. The lowest pitch here is A and the highest G. And after G, the pattern repeats. A again here, and below likewise, G is underneath A. And these notes can be represented on a stave which consists of 5 horizontal lines. Like fingers on a hand, line, space, line, space, line, space, line, space, line. And if that is A, then the line will be B, the space C, the line D, the space E, the line F, and the next one here would be G. That's A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And we can call this a finger stave. That is, if we use our hand. This sign here is called the treble clef, and it shows all the notes above what we call middle C. This sign here is what we call the bass clef, and it shows all the notes below what we call middle C. The treble clef comes from a very fancy letter G and shows that this note here, this line here, is G above middle C, and the bass clef comes from a very fancy F, which shows that this line here is F below middle C. If the note E, for example, is on a line, then F will be in a space. D below will be in a space. But if E, for example, is in a space, then D will be on the line and F will be on the line. On the piano, between some of the white notes, there are black notes. The black note on the right of a white note is called sharp, so that is A sharp. And the black note on the left of a white note is called flat. This would be A flat. Likewise, this note here can be called B flat, and at other times A sharp. And this black note can be called G sharp, and at other times A flat. The gap between two pitches is called an interval. Intervals are given numbers. 1, 2. The gap between those two notes is called a second. 1, 2, 3. The gap between A and C is called a third. A to D is a fourth. A to E a fifth. A to F a sixth. A to G a seventh. And the letter names A to G are always a seventh. Even if we have G sharp or G flat, A to G, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, is always a seventh. A to C, A, B, C, is a third. A to C sharp, A, B, C sharp, is also a third because we're using 3 letter names. A to A is not called an eighth, it's called an octave. So, A to B is a second, A to C is a third, A to D is a fourth, A to E is a fifth, A to F is a sixth, A to G is a seventh. We'll take the bass clef to show A to A, that is an octave. Incidentally, intervals with even numbers, seconds, fourths, sixths, octaves, are space to line or line to space, whereas intervals with odd numbers, thirds, fifths, sevenths, are space to space or line to line, third, fifth, seventh. So that is a second. The gap between those two pitches, the interval, is a third, a fourth, a fifth, a sixth, a seventh, and an octave. Incidentally, that sign there is sharp. Sharp meaning one small step higher. And that sign there is flat. Flat meaning one small step lower. And let me now remind you, that is a third. Space, line, space. 1, 2, 3. That is a third. Line, space, line. 1, 2, 3. And it doesn't matter whether one note is sharp or not. It's still a third. And it doesn't matter whether one note is flat or not. It's still a third. Space, line, space. Or line, space, line. Or to put it another way, 3 letter names. A, B, C. Or G, A, B. G, A, B, a third. A, B, C, a third.